Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a beginner Pilates workout, but I'm going to give you a few progressions to make it more advanced and intermediate. So we're going to come down to our mat and we're going to start with our feet on the floor, separated about hips distance apart, and then your arms will just go down by your side. Once you find a comfortable position on your mat, we're going to find this area of our low spine that's lifted off the mat because right now your spine is in a neutral position. So once we kind of find the awareness of that, we're going to bring our arms down by our side. We'll take an inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to press that low spine into the mat without lifting your hips off of your mat. And then inhale, come back to a neutral spine. And I'll lift my arms so you can kind of see what I'm doing, but you can keep your arms down by the mat. Or you can extend your arms up to the ceiling like I'm doing. So we exhale, tilt the pelvis into the mat, and you can see that my pelvis hasn't lifted, my hips haven't lifted. I'm just tilting my pelvis forward and back. This is your neutral spine, and this is your imprinted spine. We'll do that a couple more times. And then we exhale, imprinted spine. On this next one, we're going to hold that imprinted spine. So the spine will stay flat against the mat. And then once your spine is flat against the mat, we're going to start by just lifting only the tailbone off of the mat. And then we'll continue to lift the low back, the middle back, and the upper back until we come up into this high bridge. And then from here, we'll take another inhale and we'll go back down in reverse. Upper spine, middle spine, low spine, down to the mat. And then we'll return, you'll see, back into my neutral spine. And then we'll do that again. Imprint the spine, and then we lift, one at a time. And then back down to the mat. We'll do that one more time. And then we'll come all the way back down to the mat. Now we're going to start to add on a little bit. So now we have our articulating bridge, is what we call that. We're going to add on. So we'll come up into that bridge, one at a time. At the top is where we'll add some pulses. We're going to pulse our hips up to the ceiling. 2, 1, and then we'll come back down to the mat. We'll do that again. Pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down. We'll do one more. Pulse, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll come all the way back down. Good. Now we're going to go into what's called a hinge bridge. So this you may be very familiar with. This time we're just going to send the hips straight up to the ceiling and then back down, just a tap, and then lift. And we're taking our time, lowering down and lifting, lowering down and lifting. We'll do 2 more. Lower down and lift, lower, and lift. Good. We'll come all the way down. Pause there. We're going to add on to that bridge. So now we'll lift up into that bridge. We're going to hold, and then we'll open and close the knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down and lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Lower down and lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll come all the way down. And then let's stretch here. We'll just reach the left leg up to the ceiling. Pull it in for a stretch. And then the right. And then we'll just cross this left ankle over for a figure 4. And then let's do the same on the other side. Perfect. And then let's lower both feet down to the mat once again. Your arms will be by your side. And then we're going to bring the right leg to tabletop first, and then the left. We'll have a little flex of the feet. And then we'll reach our arms up to the ceiling. We'll take an inhale. As we exhale, we're going to peel our head, neck, and chest off the mat, and then lower back down. Peel and lower. We're going to stay in tabletop as we peel and lower. Peel and lower. Good. Last one. And lower. Good. Relax here for a moment. We're going to add on to that a little bit. So we'll reach up to the ceiling. We're going to add single leg stretch. So as we peel up, we're going to extend the right leg and then back to table. And then extend the left. And then the right. And then the left. Good. One more on each side. Last one. Perfect. Take a little moment. We'll come back to table. Let's go back to how we started, just peeling up and lowering. So we peel up and lower. Now we're going to add on to that a little bit. We're going to bring our feet into what's called a Pilates V. So our heels will come together and our toes are going to be externally rotated, just like this. And then we'll start in the same position. This time, as we curl up, we're going to extend that Pilates V. And then as we lower, we draw it back in. 3 more. This will be your last one here. And then we'll relax. Almost done. So legs will be in table. We'll reach up to the ceiling. Let's start from the top again. Crawling up and lower. Crawling up and lower. Just 2 more. Crawl up and lower. Last one. And lower. Good. Then we'll extend both legs up to the ceiling. Our toes are going to be pointed. Reaching up to the ceiling, we're going to do a single leg scissor or alternating scissor. So as I curl up, I'm going to lower the right. And then the left. We'll do 2 more on each side. Last one here on each side. And last one. Good. We'll bring our knees into our chest. We're going to drop them both to the right and then turn our head to the left. And then let's switch to the other side. And then we'll come back to table. So we're back in the center. We're going to come back into table. Our right palm is going to stay down on the mat. We're going to bring our left palm to that left thigh. Take an inhale to start. Imprint your spine into the mat like we did earlier. As you're pressing into your left thigh with your left palm, you're going to counter the pressure, pressing one into the other. You should feel your abs engage as you do this. And we're going to hold for 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Now we're going to do that again. Press your left palm into your left thigh for 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Now we're going to add on to it a little bit. We'll press the left palm into the left thigh. The progression here is to curl the head, neck, and chest up, or you can stay down on the mat. Keep pressing. We're going to bend and extend the right. Last 2. And last one. Good. Relax here. Now we're going to extend the right toes straight up to the ceiling. You can keep the left leg bent, or the progression is to extend both legs up to the ceiling. Also, you can add your chest lift. So you're going to press your left thigh into your left palm, and we're going to lower and lift this right leg. Lower and lift. Last 3. 2 more. And last one. Good. And relax here for a moment. We're going to do one last exercise on this side. On this side, we're going to bring the right hand behind the head, or you can bring both. And we're going to bring opposite elbow, so right elbow to your left knee. Hold that, and then we're going to bend and extend this right leg. Two more. And last one. and relax. Now we're going to do all of that on the other side. So we'll bring our legs into tabletop. We're going to press the right palm into the right thigh. And you're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. When you release the tension, you should feel your abdominals kind of disengage. Let's do that again. Press your right palm into your right thigh as hard as you can in both directions. And then relax. Now let's add the leg extensions. We're going to press. The progression is to curl the head, neck, and chest. We'll bend and extend the left. For 3, 2, last one. And then we'll relax. Next exercise, you'll extend your left toes up to the ceiling. Progression, you can extend both. We'll press that right palm into the left thigh, and then we'll lower and lift. Last 3, 2 more, and last one. Last exercise here. We'll curl up to bring the left elbow to the right thigh, and then bend and extend. Last one. And then here, we'll go into our twist. Once more in each direction. Perfect. Let's come up to seated for a moment. We're going to come into what's called a Z-sit. So you'll have your front leg crossed, and your left leg will be bent with your shin facing outwards. We're going to start in a rotation towards our right thigh. And then from here, you're going to bring your arms into a round ball shape, like you're holding a pizza in the center. And you're going to continue to press this left leg down into the mat. So we'll start from here, and you're going to keep this round shape the entire exercise. So you'll rotate away to the right, and then we're going to rotate to the left. And the rotation comes from your obliques, from these side abs. So you're not leaning, you're twisting, and your head is on your spine as you rotate. Last one. Perfect. Good. And now we're going to come down, all the way down onto our elbow. This right leg is going to be bent underneath. And we're going to make sure we have a little gap between our ribs and the mat. The left leg is going to be on the top. And we're going to start with that leg flexed with a point external rotation of your toes. And then we're going to stay in this lift and lower and lift the top leg. Lift and lower. Last 3. 2 more. And last 1. Good. Now we're going to bend, bringing the soles of the feet together, the inner soles of the feet together, and we're going to go into our clam. So we're going to keep the inner soles of the feet squeezed together and just separate the knees. Perfect. We're going to stay in this position and we're going to bend and extend the top leg. Extend and bend. Last one. And lower. And then we'll come back up into our Z sit. You're going to keep your right palm down on the mat. Your left arm's going to extend. And then we're going to reach up and over for a lateral bend. On this next one, we're going to reach up and over. We'll open to the ceiling first, and then we'll bring both hands down to the mat, lift the chest. And then we'll rotate back out to center. Good, let's switch around to the other side. Still in our Z-sit, but in the alternating direction. We'll start in our rotation, facing the left. Exhale to twist. Last one. And then we'll come down to the mat. Same thing on our forearm. We'll start with the bottom leg bent. The top leg's going to be in that external rotation. And we'll lower and lift. Last one. And then we'll bend our knees, bring the very bottoms of your feet together. We'll open up into our clam and close. Last one here. Good. And then last exercise will be our bend and extend. So we'll lift the leg, extend, and bend. And then let's come up into our Z-sit, and we'll go into our mermaid. So your left palm will be down on the mat. Right arm will be extended. We'll reach up and over. On this next one, we'll reach up and over. Open the chest to the ceiling. And then bring both hands down to your mat. Lift your chest. And then we'll open back out to the center. Good. And then let's come down to our mat, seated still. We'll separate the legs about the width of your mat, maybe a little bit wider. And then we'll open the arms out to a T. We'll start with a rotation to the right, and then you'll reach over your toes. Come back up to center, and then rotate back to the middle. Opposite direction, reach, and lift. We'll do one more in each direction. Last one. And then we'll extend our legs together in front of us. We'll take an inhale, reach all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, you're going to forward fold down to your toes. And then you'll restack your spine, one bone at a time. Take another inhale, reach up overhead, forward fold. Restack your spine, one bone at a time. Another inhale, up overhead, and fold. Last one. Allowing your head to be the last thing to reach the top. Perfect. And then let's come down to kneeling on all fours. So we'll find a nice comfortable place, kneeling on all fours. Hold here. And make sure your knees are lined up under your hips, and then your wrists are directly under your shoulders. And you're going to open the knees about hips distance apart. And then if you're arched in your back, you're just going to round a little bit so that you have a nice straight flat spine. And then from here, we're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to just lift the knees to hover and hold. And then we'll lower them down. Good, let's try that again. We'll take an inhale. As you exhale, lift to a hover. And then lower down. Good. One more time. Let's do that again. We'll take an inhale. Lift to hover. This time we're going to send the hips straight up to the ceiling. And then you can walk the hands a little bit forward. We'll shoot forward into a plank. So we go from plank, exhale, to a pike. And you can press your feet down into the floor. Get a stretch as you pike. Inhale, back to your plank. Exhale, to your pike. One more. Inhale, to your plank. And then exhale to your pike. Good. And then we'll come all the way back down to the mat. We're going to come all the way down to the mat, bringing our wrists right underneath the shoulders. You'll start with your forehead down on your mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you'll press up into a spine extension. And we'll keep the forearms down on the mat to start. Inhale, back down to the mat. This time we're going to reach the toes long away and kind of flex the quad. Squeeze the glutes so that your legs are active as you lift up into this swan. And then you lower it down. And lift. And you can see my toes are lifted off of the mat. And then we lower. Last one. And then lower. Good. And then let's lift up all the way up. We'll send the hips back to our heels as we reach forward to the front of your mat. We'll just take a few breaths here. Let's reach the right arm out to an extension. We'll thread it through to the opposite side for a twist. And then let's do the same on the other side. And then we'll open back to the center. And then let's finish up our practice today with some spine mobility. So we'll come to a crisscross position. And then we'll just bring our palms onto our knees here. And then we're going to round the spine. Exhale it around. And then we'll inhale, come up into a spine extension. Exhale it around. Inhale, extension. One more. And then let's bring the right hand just to rest by your side. We'll reach up and over with the left. One more on this side. And then let's do the same on the other side, reaching up and over with your right. And then let's take this right hand and reach behind, using our forearm and knee to assist us in a little more of a twist. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Your spine mobility is so important, and it's kind of neglected in other fitness practices, but that's why we love Pilates, because we don't forget about the spine. And then we'll just come back to the center. Take another inhale, reach up all the way to the ceiling. And we'll just bring our palms together and down to the center. And you are all done. Thank you so much for watching this video.
I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in my next videos. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not already. Leave me a comment of anything you would like to see in my next videos, and I look forward to practicing Pilates with you again. Until next time.